Good day, Rusk enjoyers. Hampton Rikes, it's time for the Rust Rotation. August 27, 2026. It's a miracle. People are actually happy. We saw a big Rust store, we saw variety, we saw interesting collection continuations, and people are actually happy. Oh, it's a miracle. So, yes, we still saw small backpack skins being accepted. We've got a shark. It's a shark one, so right. I'm sure a lot of people are quite pleased with that. We've also got a sequel that is the sheet metal backpack. We've got gold chains and training bucket helmets. I've seen an auto turret that's actually been waiting on the workshop for a very long time. In fact, so long, it was one of the original skins submitted before this even got like its first skin accepted. So, yeah, we've actually got a variety in terms of skins that actually submitted quite some time back. Some late picks. So, alright, that's cool. Another transparent aim sight pay-to-win sap. We've had like 4 of these in the past like 3 months. Yeah, sure, fine. I know a lot of people have noticed this. Yes, it's a very nice and stylish looking sweater. That's actually a it's actually a poncho, but yes, it's a white poncho. Think about it. We might be doing some showcases in the snow a little bit later, so brace yourselves. But yep, other interesting collection continuations such as the Thundergold Electric Furnace, the first ever deployable for the Thundergold collection there. Ooh. We've also got the Abyss Double Barrel Shotgun, Project Nova Metal Shop Front. It's got like an interesting petrol station, gas station vibe to it. I think a lot of people take a liking. We've got a brand new clothing armor set that is the Devourer hoodie and pants. Looks kind of Halloweenish. It's quite scary. You'll see it with your own eyes in a bit. But to our surprise, immediately, the very next Rust door, after we saw the single sheet metal door being accepted, we get the sheet metal double door for the Endgame collection. It's a very cool looking sequel, but I'm a little bit upset because last night we did the abnormal barders. I should have offered a higher price for that sheet metal door. Yes, I should have. And you also might notice right now, on the front page of the Rusty Market, quite a lot of Valkyrie Thompsons are being sold. I wonder why. Oh, yeah, you know. Salvation Thompson just so happens to appear in this Rust store. Okay, well, are we surprised? No. A lot of people have been itching for that ever since it appeared in the workshop. Well, there you go. We potentially have a very interesting blue weapon collection on the horizon that could potentially get as many skins accepted as the Redemption collection. We very likely could have red versus blue in the future. Sounding quite appealing. Oh, yes, it is. Alright, cool. An interesting batch of skins indeed. Feel free to comment below, out of all of them, which one's your favourite? Now, if I could quickly navigate over to here and point out of all these brand new skins, which ones are and are not abnormal. Just to point out, try and make things easier, I'll sit here and say which skins are not abnormal. So I can confirm to you the Abyss Double Barrel Shotgun, this is not abnormal. The Flamingo Auto Turret is not abnormal. The Shark Attack Small Backpack and the Sheet Metal Small Backpack, they're not abnormal. I can even confirm to you that the Training Bucket Helmet is also not abnormal. So quite a lot of skins this week. Quite a lot of skins are not abnormal, but then again, everything else is. We have quite a lot to chase after next week. We've got some very interesting skins. So, alright, cool. I'd also like to showcase to you micro522.com. The very second the skins are accepted, it takes a snapshot. And this is what their scores were literally like just after the Rust store was announced. And as you'll notice, lots of positivity. Some pretty solid votes there for that Thompson, by the way. Yeah. So yeah, I think people took a liking to it. Can I also point out, SMM has had an update. Now, it's still got a few bugs, it's still got a few problems, but let them iron all that out, figure that all out. But yes, I've had so many people asking me constantly, Hedge, what's going on with SMM? What's going on with SMM? Well, there you go. A version 2 of that. Ta-da! So you might not like it right now, but they're still like fixing all the bits and bobs. Leave it be for a while. I'm sure you'll get used to it. So let's also get a good look at Rust Help. Let's just refresh. I can confirm to you the Rust rotated fairly late today. It was an early one. It was not an early one. It was a fairly later one. Sales are a bit meh. It was a later Rust store. After we've had the first 24 hours of sales, I bet you it will pick up. So, let's now hop in game, get a good look at all the skins, and again I'll ask you, which of them happen to be most favourite? Let's start off with the deployables. Black, white, green or blue. Show off your natural hue, flamingo. Oh. Get a good look at the flamingo water turret. He is very, very angry at everybody. Perfect. Now you're going to sit there and say, Hedge, that's like super noticeable. Yeah, that's fine. You know, I want people to know that my lawn flamingos are ready to shoot. I'm still surprised we don't have lawn flamingos in Rust. That'd be a fun, stupid sort of thing for a DLC in the future, perhaps. But for now, I'm sure this will do. I'm sure this will keep people happy and whatnot. Anyway, night time. Lights nearby. I can confirm it's not exactly super reflective. Do you really need to have a super reflective auto turret? I doubt it. I doubt it. So, alright, cool. I do it just in case because I know a lot of people ask for like certain specific things to be seen. I can confirm at the very least this does not glow in the dark. Although, if you're to look on the inside portion of this, technically speaking, aside from the light, you see that pink sort of circle? That's glow. So it does technically glow. Say whatever you want to say in regards to that, I guess. Huh. Yeah, we're learning things, aren't we? So, yep, as you can see, this isn't turned on, but it's night time, so there you go. Huh. Well, I guess that opens the door for some interesting and strange designs for Halloween and Christmas. We shall see. But yeah, I certainly would be expecting some other interesting creative designs for auto turrets in the future. But for now, it's pretty goofy, it's pretty silly, and I'm sure a lot of people will take a liking to that. So, for $2, are you a fan of the Flamingo auto turret? Let's now pan over to here, and oh my goodness, look at that shine. What you are witnessing right now is the very first Thunder Gold Deployable. We have an electric furnace right here in front of us. Son, can I move you around? No, it's stunned by the shine. So, I've already made like a special short video showcasing this, because the second I saw it, I was like, yeah, surely Face Punch will consider this. So, yeah, it's happened. And now, I'm starting to question, are we about to have a very interesting deployable collection in the future? Like, consider this. Don't you think that might make for a very cool looking garage door and a sheet metal double door and whatnot? I'm just saying, the pattern design looks pretty cool. So we'll see. We'll see. I can confirm at the very least, and I have made a short video showcasing it. We have an auto turret currently available on the workshop that could appear in an upcoming Rust store. Keep an eye out. We might be seeing a very, 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 very interesting collection on the horizon. Nighttime look. So, we've got the lights off by default, sorry about that, but immediately you can see that it lights up ever so nicely. Looking pretty cool. Nice bit of glow. Yes. When I turn the lights on, I just want you to just get a good look at the front here, because, yeah, that's shiny. That's really shiny. I'm not sure if you noticed it during the day, but you will notice it now. Oh, look at that. There's a very nice, very shiny looking electric furnace. And even when it's not turned on, it's as if there are diamonds encrusted all around. Oh, it's alright. Looking pretty cool. But I will ask you, if you had the choice for what next, what might be the next deployable, what do you personally want to see being made next? Is what I'm asking. A locker, a garage door, a sheet in the door, a water purifier. Feel free to comment below. So keep an eye out. Thunder Cold. See, now I want a mini fridge. Might can I write that down? Thunder Cold mini fridge when we see it potentially become skinnable, but at least normal fridge. Okay. Anyway. Thunder Gold Collection persists. It's still getting skins made and accepted. What interesting things could we see on the horizon? Can we get the hoodie and pants? Alright, moving on. Now, over to here, we happen to have another very interesting Project Nova deployable being accepted. We have the metal shop front. And I like it purely based on the fact that it's just very minimalistic. It's not super flashy. It's not super in your face. It does remind me of like booths you might see at the petrol stations. at the gas stations. All right, there you go, Americans. Are you pleased? But yeah, no. It's just like a perfectly fine bit of branding all over it, and that's it. And that's it. So, get a good look at that. I think a lot of people take a liking to that. I think it looks cool. What else is there to say? I wonder what Deplorable gets made next. How far could this collection go? It is made by the same skin creator behind the Greening Area collection, and he did get quite a lot of those skins accepted. But what do you want to see being made next? That's the question. So, alright, cool. Keep up the good work. But now, that's a pretty cool looking sheet metal double door. I can confirm to you, this past weekend, we saw an armored door skin being made. But when I saw that, I started asking the skin creator, is it just going to be doors, or would you consider doing something else? And I actually gave him the idea of doing a metal shop front. The King's Tax. Turn up, pay now. It's time for tribute. Anyway, yes. Has a very cool looking design. So immediately let's showcase it in Total Darkness, because that stands out oh so nicely. Strawpoll, you're doing a very good job. But maybe start considering doing other things aside from doors. I still want to see a wooden double door. I still want to see that happen. But like, what else could he make? What else could be made next? Aside from like a rug, come on now. Like, what, come on, think. Locker would be cool. Large box, small box, you name it. There could be a very interesting collection. But you know what also might be nice? A throne, a chair. That might be cool. So, we'll see what they want to work on next. But if you're going to have a king, where's this throne? I'm just saying, you might need to get a lot more of those gemstones, and you might need a lot more gold. Or just make it like a toilet or something. You know, that might be quite funny still. We'll see what becomes of that. Yeah. A very cool looking design. Keep up the good work. And the fact that we saw this, like, literally the very next rust door after the sheet metal door. Well, let's just say that sheet metal door is working out quite nicely right now. That might be more of a discussion for the predictions video, but I gotta say, we got some pretty cool looking skins this week. There's going to be quite a lot to talk about. Oh, yes, indeed. So, cool. That's just the deplorables. We've now got clothing armor to talk about. Speaking of interesting skins that will be discussed quite a lot about with the predictions video, well, can I just sit here and say, this just makes me look oh so lovely. Oh, wow. Yeah, look at that. So, what we have here is the Aristocrat poncho, and oh my goodness, oh yes. I'm truly in my element, you see. Going to my gut. Oh. So, let's just move this around and get a good look at that. That's a white poncho. It does have some transparency as well, but that's not a problem for us, trust me, we're not complaining. But what I'd also like to point out is that this wasn't the first skin submitted in its proposed collection. There's burlap clothing out there as well. And, well, let's just give this a quick look. So back to here. I'll pan around. Oh, the fabrics. It's so nice and comfy. Very pricey, you see. You do have to have money to own such a thing. Quite literally, because, you know, it's $2. But, Total Darkness doesn't glow. No glow, no worries, no problems. So, alright, cool. Yeah. And don't worry, we'll be jumping in the snow in a second. What I need to also showcase to you is the burlap clothing with it as well. Oh, yes, hello. Oh, sorry. Make sure you're looking at the money, yes. I thought I'd just whip out Sebastian from the stable, you see, and, you know, just dress appropriately. So we could get a good look at what we have over to here. Oh, yes. Such lovely looking fabrics indeed. Oh, yes, indeed. But the question is, could we actually see the burlap clothing being accepted as well? Because if we do, well, not only would we have a very nice and stylish looking collection, oh, yes, get a good look at that. But, guys, that's early white camouflage. You know it's early game white camouflage. And if you've seen the prices of Arctic camo, I'm sure you probably understand why this poncho's the most bought skin as of now. And very likely will be after this full 7 days, this rust door. So, I'm just saying, I think there might be something going on with this. You know what? Let's also get the Arctic camo out as well, just to do a nice mix and match with the poncho. I'm talking that. Now here's the funny thing. How much do you reckon all of that costs? And I should clarify the gloves. They're the Cobalt Space gloves from quite some time back. Well, they're the most expensive piece. So if we actually just look at the actual Arctic Protection Collection here. Head wrap, poncho, burlap clothing, burlap shoes. I can confirm to you that's that's probably pushing up to about $60, $70 right now. It has been pricier in the past. That's definitely happened. But the gloves only get more and more expensive. Right now, these cost about $80. But yes. So, talking specifically about the poncho, first of all, let's just give it a good look at night time. Witness this, it's insane, it's pricey, it's expensive, and then look at that, wow. But if I could just make a real quick adjustment, like so, yeah, look at that. Now we question, is that a perfectly fine looking option to replace? Lights back on, zoom out, let's get up nice and close. Because I gotta be honest with you, you could save yourself about $5 simply switching out the poncho. Now, the whole other batch of skins is still going to set you back about, about $120+, but it's the thought that counts, right? So, I thought it'd be a nice thing to bring up. But if we were to see the other burlap skins being accepted, well, you'd then save quite a lot more instead of buying the Arctic Protection. But I certainly hope we get some very nice looking leather gloves and maybe a head wrap made or something. We'll see. A boonie hat would be nice, but leather gloves for sure, because these are not getting any cheaper. I'm not joking. Go look them up right now. They're around $80. But we probably should go ahead and give it a nice little test in the snow, shouldn't we? Believe it or not, spending a lot of money can be a great improvement to your life. By buying skins, I guess. So, yeah, let's get up nice and close. And, yeah, that's good. That's very, very good. There's a reason why the other skins are so pricey. So, again, we might be dabbling into the prediction sort of stuff. But I know people want to see this. I know people want to see it being tested out in the snow. And I'm sure you could agree that's a perfectly fine replacement for the Arctic poncho. Because you didn't even notice it from quite far away, did you? And if we could just adjust the time as well. Just so you can see. Doesn't exactly reflect. Doesn't exactly glow. What you have there is a very interesting, very stylish looking poncho. And it's with its own design. Role players would love such a thing. But for the sweats, I think they have a new toy. And it's a very nice option if you want to try and try and save some pennies. But at the end of the day, it might only save you about $5 for something that's very, very, very expensive. And I know some people want to, hey, they're going to ask, can you quickly switch it out with like the Arctic poncho? There you go. And if I could pull away, you'll see they're both basically the same, So, yeah. I think the Aristocrat poncho is going to sell very, very nicely. And I'm not at all going to be surprised if it sells a lot. But questioning whether it might be a nice investment, that's for the predictions video. Swap again. So thoughts? Are you impressed? Do you like what you see? Do we have some interesting early game white camouflage? Are there any other options available to swap out for all the other expensive things? I just had someone sit there and say, oh, what about like doodle gloves and whatnot? Was that like early game? You might need to get some road sign gloves instead of those. Oh my, $80 for a pair of gloves. What has this world become? Okay, next up, let's showcase both the small backpacks and the bucket helmets basically at the same time. So over to here first of all. Get a good look at this, oh so nice, sheet metal small backpack. This isn't held together with sticks and stones. Oh no, 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 no. Scrap metal, ripped off wiring and whatnot. That's actually a very clever approach. Props to skin creators. Very nice and oh so creative. Nice, grounded design. I honestly think a lot of people actually take a liking to this. It is a bit odd that we've paired it up with the gold chains bucket helmet because, well, with this right here, priced at $2.49, that's a steal. That's a lot of gold for hardly anything. But, you know, because you spent so much money buying this bucket helmet, now you got to use this backpack. Ah. Yeah, horse found it funny. By the way, the horse has replaced Ricky. Anyway, moving on. Yep. So that's a perfectly fine looking bucket helmet. But then, over to here. You saw this in the background, and yes, that has to be the silliest, goofiest small backpack we've seen ever. So far. I mean, you never know what might be appearing in the future. And with a design like that, I certainly am looking forward to seeing what silly designs we could get for Halloween this year. And Christmas. We'll see, we'll see. But yeah, a shark skin. Yippee! And I'm fully well aware of this skin creator. Brand new skin creator, by the way. First ever skin to be accepted. Oh, they've been working on some shark skins. Yep. This is not the only one. They've been making quite an interesting batch of shark skins. We could see quite a few more. Keep an eye on the workshop. You've got someone brand new to start following. And then over to here. Yep. Training bucket helmet. One of the first designs to be posted way back when we, well, were anticipating this being the focused item of the month. It's just a perfectly fine looking bucket helmet. I see no issue with that. It's cool. It's nice. It's alright. Perfect. Both of them, the pairs, they look nice. Horse is very, very pleased with them. Yes, aren't you? Yep, yep, yep. The foot stompment. Yes, yes. All right. Nut time. Are they reflective? Are they shiny? Sheet metal backpack, somewhat. Gold chains, bucket helmet, quite a bit. Yep, 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 yep. This backpack over to here, not exactly shiny. Nah, not really. And the training bucket helmet, not really either as well. So, cool. Do any of these happen to glow in the dark at all? Let's go ahead and find out. No, 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 no. So, okay. Cool. Got no issue. Got no problem. Just two pairs of some very interesting skins. Which is your preferred small backpack? Which is your preferred bucket helmet? Feel free to comment below. Next up, Devourer hoodie and pants. Would you agree it looks like a Halloween skin? Well, I guess we can have, like, cool-looking, scary skins throughout the year. It's just, what is it? Is it like an alien or like an insect or something? I don't know. It seems to have, metal wiring or something. I have no idea what I'm looking at. It's creepy, it's scary, and maybe we're only going to find out what it truly is when we eventually see the tier 2 and the tier 3 and the boots and the gloves. We have to anticipate. It's a story. Sure. It's a strange looking pair of hoodie and pants. But it got accepted. Face punch happens to like what they see. Some people are probably going to say xenomorphs. Maybe. Probably. It's just alien. It's strange. It's weird. It's rest, I guess. So, okay, cool. Let's go ahead and showcase this. At night time, lights are on nearby. It's not super shiny, it's not super reflective, but it's still very, very, very strange. And of course, how's it look in total darkness? No glow, no like hidden eyeballs or anything. Oh, that'd be creepy. I'll imagine that. But yep, just panning around, looking from the back. Yep, no glow whatsoever. So, alright, cool. But yeah. Do you know what this is? What's your best guess? Feel free to comment below. And now, it's time to showcase to you some very nice looking weapon skins. Free Very nice looking collection continuations. And what we have over to here, oh, it's another Valkyrie skin. A very nice, shiny, metallic design. All nice and Norse themed. Yep. Valkyries all on the side there. Looking very cool. And again, I'll reiterate, yeah, it's another transparent aim sight pay to win sap. In the past 3 to 4 months, we have seen a bunch of these being accepted, 4 in total. And, well, I don't mean to dabble into the predictions video that much. But, with this priced at $3, I am kind of questioning. Are we going to see another one being accepted fairly soon? Because, you know, we still have Twitch drops and kick drops this year. I'm just saying. So, you might want to watch that predictions video because, yeah, there's going to be quite a lot to talk about. Not just this, though. A whole lot of skins that we've seen already. And a certain other skin we're about to take a look at in a second. So, yeah, that's a perfectly fine looking transparent aim sight. And, of course, nighttime look. Do you stand out? Not exactly. I mean, it's metallic, so, yeah. I can still vaguely see it, but, yeah. What are you expecting? I was expecting for it to shine. Oh, yes, look at that. So, alright, cool, yeah, that's looking pretty sweet. But I do question what's next. Because the Valkyrie collection has progressed oh so nicely. But it has been a bit odd. Because, well, started off with a transparent aim sight AK47. And then we got like a SAR and an MP5 that didn't have transparency. And then recently we had a very nice looking Thompson that had transparency. And this right here, well, we've already pointed out, that's a pay to win sap. What would you like to see being made next? Personally, I'd be down for like an SKS. I think a hammer would be cool, you know, if you can reference 4 as well, add some lightning bolts. That might be pretty sweet, that might be pretty cool. But I reckon Valkyrie armor. Tier 3, Tier 2, that would be pretty cool. So, alright, we'll see what happens. Keep an eye on the workshop. I know Faf has been putting out some very cool looking designs over the past several weeks. But how far will it go? How many skins? Time will tell. Now it's time to talk about the Thompson. So, where do I begin? I already referenced the Valkyrie Thompson, haven't I? Well, that's a very cool transparent design that a lot of people appreciated and bought quite a lot of. And then a few weeks later, oh, look at this. It's all so nice and shiny and blue. And oh, it's also got transparency. Wow. Thank you, Face Punch. Anyway, yeah, that's a very nice looking Thompson. We saw the AK being accepted, and we were just like, guys, I reckon we might have an interesting collection on the horizon. So, yep, getting a look at that. Interesting transparent aim sight weapon skins. Perhaps we could see a lot more of this. But the main point is, this is also made by the same skin creator as the Redemption Collection. And you've seen how many skins that got accepted. You've seen how far that's gone. And you've seen how in demand those skins are as well. So perhaps we could see the exact same thing. Maybe it might happen over the course of the next few years, but maybe we could see the exact same thing, but blue. Perhaps Salvation Collection could be just as successful as the Redemption Collection. That's the big hope right now. That's the expectation. That's what people want to see, I assume. We got some very nice, stylish, shiny blue designs. What do you personally want to see being produced next? What would you absolutely adore? Because this is quite pricey, but don't you think it makes sense? Look at that. So maybe as, next year or so goes on, we'll see a lot more weapon skins being produced, maybe some tools. Perhaps eventually we'll see some armor. I'll laugh if we actually get the Salvation hoodie and pants accepted. And then maybe not like tier 2. Why is that? Oh, look at Redemption. Where's the hoodie and pants? Ah, yeah. So we'll see. But yep, a very nice addition. An exquisite looking design. This has been on the workshop for quite some time, and lots of people just anticipating and rubbing their hands, just waiting for it to appear. But it's out. And the Valkyrie Thompson's on the front page of our Steam market. If you want to go get a cheap one of them right now, I'm just saying. But again, you never know. With all these transparent aim sight pay-to-win skins being accepted as of recent, don't you think we might see some more? That's a discussion for the predictions video. So, alright, cool. A very nice welcome addition. What are your thoughts? Feel free to comment below. But now, big boom. So, big boom. What else did I have to do? Yes, we have another Abyss weapon skin. And the Abyss collection over the past couple of years or so, it's been doing quite alright. I was hoping, like this past summer, because we're now at the end of it basically, I was hoping that the collection would flourish, and it did better. But like most Rust skins, the prices haven't exactly gone super crazy this past summer. So keep an eye out with post-Christmas. We're going to have to wait a little bit longer to see prices reach brand new all-time highs. But in the meantime, let's appreciate some nice-looking collection continuations. Earlier, I was talking about a scary-looking hoodie and pants. Well, you'd probably be scared if you looked at this directly in front of it. It's got some sharp and scary teeth. Yeah, that's definitely the scariest thing about it. Don't stare so close. Oh, look, my thumb. Oh, it ate it. Oh. Anyway, so yep, just a cool looking double barrel shotgun, looking perfectly fine. And well, how's it look at night time? Shut up, Monument. I know it's scary. You don't need to scream about it. But get a good look at that. Just a perfectly fine looking double barrel shotgun. Alright. Well, I will remind you, quite a lot of double barrel shotgun skins, they haven't exactly worked out very nicely over the past few years. I'm not sure if people even care about the skins for double barrel shotguns. It makes me question, do you actually care enough to run around with a double barrel shotgun? Hedge. I'm not running around. I'm sitting next to doors and I'm waiting, alright? Just saying. Alright, fair enough then, but that's a cool looking double barrel shotgun. A very nice looking sequel for a fairly in-demand collection. Well, what we see here, yeah, looking pretty cool. And I would be surprised if we potentially see a lot more of this collection in the future as well. So, all's good. Looking nice. And that's it with the weapon skins. So, let's now wrap up the video. So, let me just make sure and clarify that you're aware of this. You have to own Rust now if you want to buy Rust skins on browser. Now, for a normal person, perhaps like most of you, it's not going to be a problem. But for a strange Rust skin investor such as I, that's a bit of a problem. I have multiple Steam accounts, and even though I have Rust on multiple accounts, I have a lot more Steam accounts. So, typically, I'd like to mix and match which account would buy skins from the Rust store. Well, now they all have to own Rust just to be able to buy skins from, well, skins on browser. Like if you just have Rust, you'd just buy skins in game, wouldn't you? Like, it's not a problem for a normal person. But me, again, I've got multiple accounts, funds spread around everywhere. But it was a security measure set up by Valve themselves, not Facepunch, right? So they're not like trying to pinch even more pennies from you. It was set up by Valve themselves. Cool. Let's now switch over to here. Let's just refresh. Yep, those are the current sales so far. But maybe wait until tomorrow to get a good idea in regards to figuring out how much each of the skins might sell by next Thursday. I do believe that will be on top. And I think we've showcased a good enough reason as to why, okay? Makes you nice and stylish. Oh, yes. I want to be posh. So, all right, cool. Again, I ask you, out of all these skins, which one is your favourite? Now, let's also keep you informed of interesting things on the horizon. So, with this Rust store, still, the majority of skins were skins not submitted this past weekend, but the weekend before. So, basically, from the batch that you see here, you'll notice quite a lot of ticks as we scroll down. The green ticks, not the ones that bite you. So yeah, quite a lot of skins were accepted, but we did get at least one early pick, so that's cool. So there was a bit of variety. We saw some late picks and a early pick this week. But guys, as much as I'd like to point out and sit here and say, please consider watching the Rust Workshop skin checks to get a good idea in regards to what might be accepted next week. More specifically, you might want to watch this because next week is September Forcewipe. The first ever wood armor skins are going to be added to Rust. And a lot more wood armor skins were posted this past weekend. And of course, this weekend, as we go through it, even more will be posted. Please consider watching the most recent Rust Workshop Skin Checks video for August 25, 2026 to see all the skins that are submitted. But, let's just go ahead and showcase to you right now. Because as you might notice, we've got Pirate Collection, Gold Chains, Legacy Kevlar, Jungle Ivy, Heavy Machinery. Those are just the collection continuations. And then we had 3 different designs for white wood armor. Birch trees. So, yeah, some very interesting designs. But here's a weird thing. None of the notable skin creators, aka skin creators that have had skins accepted before, none of them have made wood glove skins. And I don't know why. So we'll see what happens. Maybe this weekend we'll see them making attempts. But yes, lots of interesting designs are currently being posted. What might we see being accepted next week? We shall see. But to get an early insight, just saying, consider watching the Rust Workshop skin checks, just saying. So, cool. But what I'll also do is look in the description right now. I'll give you the link for all the wood helmet skins. You only need to see like one just to be able to see all of them. So, alright, cool. And I know you might notice this guy, he's got a whole range of these. He's spamming, he won't get a skin accepted. Spammers don't get skins accepted. So, just want to clarify that. And of course, the focused item of the month is the Waterpipe shotgun. So what I'm also going to go ahead and do is I'm going to give you the link for all the recent Waterpipe skins that were posted over the past weekend and all that. So yeah, I'll add that link as well. Cool. As you just saw, we had the Watergun Waterpipe, a very fun, silly design. But you never know, you might just see a collection continuation instead. We'll see. So yeah, alright, cool. So yeah, both links for wood armor helmets and water pipes in the description. Give that a good look and keep an eye over the course of the weekend. Lots more skins expected, okay? Cool. Now, next week, being September Forcewipe, we're going to have an update. We'll probably have a better player count, we'll see. But then again, please be aware, it's normal, it's routine. Every September, there tends to be a drop-off. Is it because kids go back to school? Are kids too busy? But like routinely, every September, there's a drop-off, okay? Be prepared for such a thing. Be prepared for prices in general to go down. This is normal. Welcome to the autumn fall seasonal dip. Most prices will reach a rock bottom price around maybe the first or second week of October, okay? So please be aware of that. Don't panic. It's normal. But with September Forcewipe next week, what interesting things are going to be implemented? Lots of very interesting things, actually. Like, sit back. Let's just quickly go over the commits, and then we'll reference Protox again. Halloween DLC is still being worked on. We're only getting closer and closer to October time, so interesting decorations and whatnot on the horizon. And it makes me think maybe we're going to see things like that for Christmas as well. So be prepared, keep an eye out. But it's not just this. Lots and lots of optimizations for all items in Rust. Pilgrim, he has been going wild right now. He is looking at every single item in Rust, and he's realizing some of them have far too many polys. If you understand basic 3D modeling, you'd know the more polys you have on an item, the more likely it could cause lag and FPS issues. So by optimizing everything, potentially the game will run a whole lot more fluidly, right? I mean, we'll see. But yes, he's putting the work in to try and bring everything down to a much more manageable and much more optimized level. Like, the amount of things he's being worked on is ridiculous. So massive props to him. He's putting the effort in to get all the optimizations in. So, cool. That's going to be cool. Then over to here, critter animals. Okay, Americans, what constitutes as a critter? Not from that scary movie. I'm asking genuinely. What would that be? Could you comment below? Because that's apparently a reference to the livestock animals. I think a raccoon. We get raccoons from Rust. Can I make little hats out of them? Oh, that sounds mean. Anyway, so interesting things being worked on. But the better person to stay informed with such things would be Protox. So let's go ahead and reference him. I'll have to link his details in the description, because as you might notice, look at that. He's already got a video showcase in the glass AK47. Yes, it's transparent. Not as transparent as what I was expecting, as I was anticipating. Still looks cool, but that should be your DLC for September next week. 5 different designs. Yes, they're transparent, but it's like a glass bottle sort of transparency. So, cool. Very nice design. I'll make sure to link that in the description. But make sure you actually go look at his actual Twitter account as well, because he has been informing everybody of very interesting things being worked on. So look at that. High quality metal nodes and drops. Yes, he's actually got a video showcasing that right there. That is basically ready for next week. You're going to be able to mine high quality metal just like that. But they're going to be rare, but more common in the jungle. there's a lot of interesting things for the solos. Lots of interesting things for the solos. All right. So tweaks to the tool cupboard. If you have a clan, you've got to pay more now. The solos, lots of like benefits and help. So this is looking pretty good. There's also some nerfs. I've also noticed the handmade LMG is going to be a lot easier to make now as well. It costs a lot less high quality metal. So, but the sap, it's a nerf, but it's not that much of a nerf. I don't think people are going to be that upset with it. It's not going to be that much of a problem. So, alright, cool. But yeah, Face Puncher up to some interesting things. So here you go. I'll link this as well in the description, although you could just pause the video and read if you want to. But yeah, Protox. Protox is the man that'll keep you informed. He'll make videos. He'll show you GIFs. He'll have everything basically. So consider giving that a good look, and that's pretty much everything. So once again, do consider watching the Rust Workshop skin checks videos. There will be another one over the course of the next few days. There will be more wood armor being posted, and next week, what interesting skins are we going to see being accepted? Are we going to get like a full proper set of wood armor? Or are we going to get them split into groups? What might the groups be? We'll see. Because there's 4 in total, right? Helmet, body, legs, gloves. But as I've already said, no skin creator of a notable level has submitted wood gloves just yet. So we've got to wait and see. Other than that, thank you very much for watching me. I greatly appreciate it. Catch you later. See you, goodbye.